So I want to talk about ways in which you know that you might be psychic, or you might be energetic, or you might be gifted, or you might have abilities. Some of these are going to be straightforward, but others you might find maybe a little bit shocking. But the first one is intuition. Intuition is just that gut knowing, that gut feeling. It's sometimes, I don't want to discriminate, but a lot of women have this. A lot of mothers have this, a mother's intuition, where they just know things, where something inside of them, something in their gut is compelling them towards an answer, a subject, a truth that perhaps you can't logically know, but it's there. Somehow you just understand this. Now, intuition is based on how clear you are, or how focused or intentful you are. So if you're intuitive, it means that there's not just the A to B balancing of rational thought in your mind, or the logic, or saying A, B, C, D all the way to Z. Intuition means you're relying on something else to give you the responses or the answers that you're looking for. And you know if you're intuitive because it's usually connected to emotions. So that's the second thing, is that you understand emotions. Mostly your own, but we'll get into other people's emotions in the next one. But mostly you really have a comprehension of your own emotions, how you feel what you feel, why you feel what you feel, and an exploration of it, and how it affects you mentally, how it affects you emotionally, and how it affects you physically. If you're emotionally in touch with yourself, then usually life isn't that enigmatic. It's not this big misunderstood problem or equation that you're trying to sort out. You're really in line with your emotions and really in tune with your emotions. Now, the third part of that equation is other people's emotions. So you have an awareness or a sensitivity, or you're empathic about how other people feel or what's going on in their world energetically. So and I always use this example when I'm teaching and that kind of thing, it's when someone walks into a room, or you walk into a room, and all of a sudden, when that person comes into a room, you can feel a change. It's a tangible change. And when that change occurs, you know it, you feel it. Someone walks in and all of a sudden everyone's being brought down. Or all of a sudden it's like, oh, yay. And it's not just because you know this person or their behaviors or their bad habits or whatever. It's because you understand that there's an energy there. Or you're walking down the street, walk, and all of a sudden you have this overwhelming sensation that you're being observed somehow, that you've got someone's looking at me. And if you take some time and you look around, the next thing you know, there's someone far, far away who's got their camera on you, or they've got their eyeballs on you, something like that. That's another way to know. The fourth way is that you're incredibly in tune to your ESPs, your clairs, your extrasensory perceptions. So beyond just your normal five senses, you've got a tuned in sense of cognition, of knowing, of the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, the clairsentience, all of those clairs. You have a knowing of them. You don't know how, you don't know why, but all of a sudden you're receiving information. You close your eyes and you see things, or you're in a meditation, or you're with someone working on them and you're hearing things. You're picking up on things that aren't obvious. If that happens to you, then guess what? You're into it. So another way that you could have psychic or mediumship or energetic type of abilities is that you've experienced some sort of supernatural or preternatural experience before, something that was unexplained, or something that you yourself could only experience or explain, but no one else understood, but you did. And perhaps you've seen things that no one else has, like, I don't want to get weird or woohoo, but like ghosts or spirits, or you've had divine interventions of some sort and you've understood them to be that way, as opposed to just some strange phenomena that is explicable and logical. You've understood that what has occurred was something incredible and beyond natural, supernatural, that has occurred only to you. So those are just a few signs that perhaps you yourself have psychic abilities and psychic gifts. And if that is true, then you deserve to nurture it. You deserve to explore it. You deserve to look into these abilities, because I bet you didn't know you can protect yourself from any of the dark energies, that you can align, unless you want to. Some people want to align with and go down the road of the darker side of things. I don't teach that very much, but the principles are still the same. So if you want to know more about yourself and what that means, I would look into the program, my extrasensory perception program that I'm about to launch. So get a hold of me, check it out. It's really worth your time. It's really worth your while. And I know you know what I'm talking about. I'd love to help you. So all that being said, if you're interested in knowing more, if you're interested in knowing that perhaps you have these abilities or have these gifts, or anything that I've said so far is kind of hitting the doorbell, hitting the idea bell for you, then I would suggest that you check out my free workshop. I've got a workshop on the 24th, which is a Wednesday, and that will be 11 Eastern Standard Time, 12 Atlantic Standard Time. It's free. Just register and show up. Link will be provided, and check it out. It'll be about an hour and a half long, and I'm just going to run you through maybe some exercises or some thought processes, do a little bit of explaining, have a Q&A, and see if that piques anything in you, anything quells up from deep inside of you that says, there's a little bit of truth here that I need to explore. There's a little bit of truth here that is worth investigation. If that's the case, by all means, you're welcome. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the free workshop on the 24th. See you then.